Manchester United 1, Norwich City 0. What an awful performance by Manchester United. Let's get into this. So, as you can see, unchanged lineup from the Crystal Palace game. And, wow, what has happened? At Crystal Palace, we were pressing, we looked good, we controlled the game. This game, we were absolutely awful. Now, we didn't press as much, we didn't control the game as much. And if you're a Norwich fan, you're looking at this game thinking, how have we lost? And I'll tell you how you've lost, because you've got one of the best keepers in the world right now, David De Gea, saving every single shot that's come at him, pulled off 1 or 2 worldy saves that game, and people need to respect David De Gea. None of this Henderson. Henderson can go away. He can go on loan, he can get sold, I don't care, because we've got the best keeper in the world, and that is David De Gea. 2 clean sheets in a row, that's a positive. But I'm telling you, it's just awful at this. It's just awful to watch. Like, this is on the players, because clearly we could tell against Crystal Palace we were pressing, we were attacking, we were making chances. But this game, we were awful. Ronaldo, apart from the penalty, I think he was average, but he scored the goal, the winning goal. That's all that matters. Rashford needs to be dropped. I was shocked when he bought off Jadon Sancho instead of Rashford. Sancho looked fuming when he did that. Rashford should not be starting for Manchester United right now. He's in bad form. McTominay is another one of the players I don't think should be starting. He had a good game. I'd say McTominay had an average game. He played a few more forward passes, but he still played backwards passes, sideways passes, a lot more than he did forward. And Donny van der Beek, he has to come into the next game. I think he will. I hope he will. And that's what it should be. Now, Lindelof did have to go off at one point. I don't know what happened. He looked ill. Maybe it's something to do with something. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but he just did not look well. He had to go off. And Eric Bailly made a goal-saving block. People are going to forget that because we scored the penalty. But at the end of the day, it's just not good enough at all. Not good enough. 1-0. The 3 points is what matters. Unless I'm not mad that we've won, because I'm happy we've won. But I want to see us win in a good way. And yes, a win is a win. 3 points is 3 points. But this is Manchester United, and we need to play better football than that. Harry Maguire is... I'm running out of breath to say about this guy. He's an average footballer at best. How we could paid 80 million for him. Second half, a Norwich player I didn't even know the name of skipped past him like he wasn't even there. Like, he didn't even do his skill. He just... He kind of shimmied a little bit, and he sent Maguire back to Leicester, maybe even back to Hull City. It was that bad. But Tellers and Delo, this is the thing now. They need to perform better than that if they want to keep the starting spot. Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka will be pushing, and that's about it. Like, they need to step up. Players need to step up now. McTominay was average this game. Fred, again, average. Bruno was awful. He was giving the ball away every single... That's a shocking performance by Bruno Fernandes there. And I love Bruno Fernandes. He's one of my favourite players. But you can't give one person stick and nobody else. Like, Bruno was... Every pass he had, it was trying to do the Hollywood ball sometimes, giving it to their team. There was a moment in the second half he tried doing that over-the-top through ball to Delo, switching the play. Kicks it straight into the player, and then he walks off moaning. He moans at the referee too much, in my opinion. And I love Bruno Fernandes. I think he's one of the best players. But on his day, he could be one of the best players in the world. And he has been the best midfielder in the world in the the best midfielder in the world at times. But he needs to step up. He's meant to be a leader. Ronaldo, he needs to step up as well. He scored the penalty, yes, against a very good goalkeeper at penalties. We mustn't forget, Tim Krul is one of the best penalty savers that I can remember. And it was a brilliant penalty. Did the Sue. That's about it. But I'm happy we got the 3 points. That's the positive. Any other positives? I'm waiting for the post-match reaction. I hope that Ragnick realises and calls them out in the press. Well, not calls them out in the press, but says there's need improvements. Sancho looked absolutely fuming getting subbed off for Greenwood. It should have been Rashford. 100% Rashford should have came off that pitch. He was awful. He did alright when Greenwood came on, but you can't perform average or below average for 70 plus minutes and get away with it and play the full 90. I think we can't blame it on favouritism. I just think maybe, I don't know what it was. Maybe he's just thinking of the pacing behind, but Greenwood's got that pace, so I don't actually know. But when Donny van de Beek came on, it was quite interesting actually. I don't know if anybody else has picked that up, but Fred went into the Bruno role and Donny played as a centre mid. Now, in my opinion, Donny should be started in that centre mid position. He looked good when he came on. Yes, it was only 10 minutes, but he looked good. He looked good against young boys, apart from the mistake he made, which is partly because the team has never played together before. But yeah, Donny needs to start again. But yeah, 1-0 win. What can you say? 3 points is what matters at the end of the day, and I think if we put the performance to one side, it is shocking. If we focus on the result, it's a positive result. And yes, rival fans are going to laugh saying you only beat Norwich 1-0 because of a penalty. But I think Man City got a penalty earlier, Liverpool got a penalty earlier, Chelsea got a penalty earlier. So I think it's penalties all around today. And maybe VAR Varchester is back, or Liverpool. That's what people like to say about our two clubs. But yeah, let's just hope we can see a better performance next week. And yeah, on to the next game, which is Brentford, I think. It might be Brighton, I don't know, but it's one of the two. And I'll be expecting the 3 points and a good performance. And if it's not, I think Ragnick will drop players, and he quite rightfully should. But yeah, De Gea, man of the match, brilliant performance. I'd say at least 9 out of 10 I'd give De Gea. De Gea was phenomenal. And people to still disrespect this guy and say Henderson's better, you need to get your eyes tested, in my opinion. De Gea is one of the best keepers of this generation. I've said it, he is. And he is our best player at the minute. And yes, having your keeper as your best player is not a good thing, but at least we know we can rely on him when the situation gets tough. And yeah, man of the match, De Gea. The worst player of the match, I'm going to give it to... It's between Bruno and Rashford. You can take your pick yourself. It's between... Or McTominay had an average game. Between Bruno and Rashford, I thought they were both just giving the ball away, not knowing what to do. Just dreadful in my opinion. Now, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments your opinions on the game. I thought it was awful. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching.